What if one random morning you woke up and the internet was just gone? No Wi-Fi, no banking, no GPS, no global communication. Sounds like a sci-fi horror movie, but scientists say it's not just possible, it's overdue. Welcome to the terrifyingly real scenario of a solar superstorm, a massive eruption from the sun that could cripple our digital world. And yes, some scientists have even called it an internet apocalypse. Let's break down what this actually means, how close we are to it happening, and what it would look like if Earth took a direct hit. Our sun is constantly releasing energy, radiation, particles, and magnetic fields. But once in a while it erupts in a solar flare or coronal mass ejection, CME, so powerful it can blast billions of tons of plasma into space. If one of these massive CMEs hits Earth, it can disturb the planet's magnetic field and send powerful currents surging through our atmosphere and technology. This is what we call a solar superstorm, a rare but devastating event that has happened before. These storms are different from solar flares alone. They carry huge magnetic fields and take longer to reach Earth, giving us some warning time. But not always enough. The strongest solar storm in recorded history happened in 1859. It's known as the Carrington Event. Telegraph lines sparked, operators were shocked, auroras were visible as far south as the Caribbean, and this was before we had satellites, power grids, or the internet. Scientists estimate that if a similar storm hit today, it could cause trillions of dollars in damage, and take months or even years to fully recover from. In fact, another event of similar magnitude happened in 1921, known as the New York Railroad Storm, which disrupted electrical systems and caused fires in telegraph stations. The sun follows an 11-year cycle of activity. Right now, we're heading into the peak of solar cycle 25, expected to hit its maximum around 2025 to 2026. That means more sunspots, more solar flares, and yes, more chances for a powerful CME. NASA and NOAA have both issued space weather alerts, and scientists are watching the sun closely. Recently, a 2024 viral rumor claimed a solar storm could cause a blackout in 2025. That was an exaggeration, but the risk isn't zero. Space weather prediction is improving, but it's still not as precise as weather forecasting here on Earth. We often only know a CME is coming once it's already on the way. So what would actually happen if a Carrington-level solar superstorm hit us today? Satellites could be fried, knocking out GPS and global communications. Power grids could suffer massive surges, causing blackouts for weeks or months. Undersea internet cables, especially their repeaters, could fail, severing global internet. Aviation and navigation systems could go offline. Banking and logistics networks would freeze. Even emergency services, hospital systems, and transportation hubs rely on digital infrastructure that could go dark. And it's not just a tech issue. The economic consequences would ripple globally, affecting supply chains, food distribution, and daily life in ways we rarely consider. Some governments and tech companies are investing in space weather forecasting, hardened infrastructure, and backup satellites. But in reality, most of the world isn't prepared. A 2021 research paper called our internet infrastructure highly vulnerable to a solar superstorm. Fiber optic cables are safe, but the amplifiers that power them undersea are not. And few of them are shielded against geomagnetic disruptions. In some cases, even if the infrastructure survives, the power outages alone could render the internet inaccessible for extended periods. Statistically, a Carrington-class event has about a 1 to 2% chance of happening each year. That sounds small until you realize it means a 10 to 12% chance every decade. And we've already had some near misses. In 2012, a massive CME missed Earth by just a week. If it had hit, we'd be telling a very different story today. Other smaller storms have disrupted aviation communications, GPS timing, and even caused temporary power grid issues in some countries. The risk is low, but the impact would be massive. So, could a solar superstorm really cause an internet apocalypse? Yes. Not guaranteed, but very possible. And with our increasing dependence on digital systems, the consequences would be bigger than ever. This isn't fear-mongering. It's physics. If you found this fascinating, comment and subscribe to BrainSpark for more science-based, what-if scenarios, and stay curious. Because next time the sun sneezes, we might lose more than just our Wi-Fi.